Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm Lisa with Down to Earth Gardening, and today I have a gardening craft video for you. So you all know how much I love my flowers and I love to preserve them, and any chance I get, bring them inside, especially to savor during the winter months. And we're getting into fall here, so I'm thinking about how tough it's going to be to let go of these beautiful gardens and flowers. So I'm doing a craft that's going to allow me to bring some beautiful flowers inside, and that craft is called flower pounding. So I have some video from a couple weeks back when Hannah and I had some time alone together, and we decided to do some flower pounding art. We picked some different flowers from the gardens, and I just want to show you. I'm going to throw up some clips from that fun day together. I just want to show you what we created. So this is our joint creation here. And as you can see, we just did kind of a random pattern on cloth, and we're going to be saving this material for some winter crafts, possibly some gifts. But flower pounding is not only a way to bring you beautiful flowers inside, and just to continue to enjoy your gardens, your flowers from your gardens, but also if you have a bouquet or some flowers from a special occasion, it's another way to preserve them. So instead of doing a random pattern, you could do a bouquet on cloth. You could frame it. Out of this piece here, we could make napkins. We could have a cute little table runner. I'm thinking maybe some decorative banners to hang up. But the other options, of course, are aprons, tote bags, dish towels. So go ahead and get creative. But like I said, we're just doing it on some big squares, and we're going to decide exactly what we're going to do later on. So I want to walk you through the activity and show you a little from our day when we did the flower pounding activity together. We actually learned a couple things, and so I'll take the guesswork out of some things for all of you at home, some things that didn't work. So materials that you need, and I will go ahead and put this up in the description below. We do have some links. We do have affiliate links, which we do earn a very small commission from, and it helps us continue doing these videos. So thank you all for checking those links out. But we bought a couple of yards of material, so you'll need some all cotton material, and as much or as little as you want. So a yard or two will suffice. You could do it in the off-white like we did, or you could do it in the pure white. And then you're going to need some sort of mallet. So we have this little hammer here that we also use, so we could both work, but the mallet I think worked better. We have some parchment paper here. Some tape to tape the parchment paper down, of course our scissors. I have a big piece of cardboard that I am going to work on top of here. You could do it on a table, or some people do it on a hard patio or cement pad. So if you don't mind sitting on the patio, that's another spot to do it on your cardboard. And then of course, the best part are some flowers. So what you're looking for is just your flower heads. So we're not using stems, and we're trying to find the most colorful flowers. And also we have some leaves to add some green in the mix. And I can walk through what I have here. But we did notice that the flowers with the thinner petals and the thinner leaves worked the best. So what worked great I have in here today, and then I'm going to experiment with a couple more things. But the cosmos worked fantastic. And you can take any of the pollen out if you wish. I don't mind it. Sometimes you'll get a little bit of yellow there. So that's fun. So cosmos in bright colors. The impatiens worked pretty well. The nasturtiums also worked really well, and we have a couple of different colors here. A little bit of orange. The delphinium worked well, and it was a really nice pop of some bright color. Nasturtium leaves also worked well. And then I pulled them apart a bit, but my Black-Eyed Susans or Rudbeckia worked well, but just the petals. So I just tore off the petals and then randomly scattered them on the cloth. My little Coreopsis flowers, really petite. Those worked pretty well. And they're also pretty. More cosmos. Now I do hear that rose petals work really well too, and I don't have any of those today, but that's another option. So go ahead and get creative and try what you have. And then the new items I'm trying today, I just couldn't resist. My hydrangeas I'm going to pull apart, and I have some little tiny phlox flowers that I'm going to try too because they're pretty thin. So we will see what works. So I have gone ahead and pre-washed my material and just ironed it out. And I've got it on top of my cardboard here. And so now all you're going to do is just go ahead and create your pattern. So again, I'm going to do a random pattern. So you just want your flowers upside down. Okay, so I am going to hold some back here because if you watch the video of Hannah and I working on this, you are going to get another go around at this. So if some of your flowers aren't successfully transferred to the material, you can go ahead and do it again. You can peel off the parchment paper and add some more flowers and keep on pounding. So that's what we did last time, and that's fine if I have to do that today. But something else I wanted to mention is you want to pick your flowers on a dry day. So don't pick them when they're dewy or wet because then you're just going to get a lot of mush. So I'm also laying out the flowers and trying to lay them as flat as possible. So you can see me kind of removing some of the stems. So we don't need any of the stems. And like I said, I'm doing it in a very random manner here. So now what we're going to do is lay some parchment paper over this. So here. Okay, we're going to make sure that all of our flowers are covered. And then you can just go ahead and secure the parchment paper a little bit. So either to your work surface, so the table, or even the cardboard. And let's just kind of hold it in place. So Scotch tape, or this is just my blue painter's tape here. So it's not, it's just securing it. It's going to wiggle around a little bit, and that's okay because we're really just trying to transfer the color onto the material. And then that's it. So you're actually pounding your flowers. And this, as Hannah and I were saying afterward, wow, it's a lot more work than what we thought. But I just think it's so beautiful that it's worth it. So make sure that you hit everything and you're giving it a good amount of pressure. And it's okay to peel it back and check. Okay, so I finished the first round, and I say first round because some of the newbies that I tried in the mix didn't work as well. So I'm going to go back out to the garden and I'm going to pick more of the flowers that did work, and then I'm going to lay it down and I'm going to do it again so I get a heavier pattern, because right now it's just kind of sparse. So what didn't work, unfortunately, were the hydrangeas. Such a beautiful color, but not a good candidate. The zinnias, the petals, those are a little bit thicker too. So even though I tore them off and I put some in the mix, I had some red in here. That really didn't work well, so I'm not going to use those again. But what did work is look at the beautiful cosmos flowers. You can really see the whole flower. So those worked well. The nasturtiums transferred some pretty colors. Even the black-eyed Susans, the petals you can see here and there, and some coreopsis flowers. The green nasturtium leaves, those worked well. I'm probably not going to use the impatiens again because they had a lot of water content in them. So they're just more of a smudge. It's okay because I love the pretty colors. So I'm going to go back out and get what worked. And I'm also going to pick up a couple flowers that Hannah and I used last time that I forgot about. And I'm going to share that with you. And then another nice surprise that I found in my garden that I overlooked when I was picking the first time is this beautiful rose. So I'm going to pull the petals apart and we're going to see how that works here. So I'm going to lay this out again. Oh, it's fragrant too. It's just starting to go by. So I'm okay with doing this. So many wonderful things that you can do with your roses. Okay, we've got our design all laid out. And we're just going to go ahead and cover it. Got some remnants from the last round here, but that's okay. Okay. I'm going to try to tape it down pretty flat here. And then I'm going to go for it again. Okay, so we've been pounding for a little bit here, and we're just going to check and see if it's ready. Ooh, the phlox did really nice too. That's the Super Bina, so pretty. So funny how the color transferred a little bit different. It was a great purple flower, and then it transferred as a deep purple. Okay, I think it looks pretty good. So we're going to check this out. The roses did okay. I have to say, still not as great as some of the others, but it was fun to experiment. Phlox did great. So just scrape off as much as you can. So pretty, the cosmos. So really I just have a couple of spots that I'd probably like to fill in with some of the flowers that worked better. So maybe just 3 spots here. But overall, love the colors. Okay, so that was it. So it took me 3 rounds to fill in the pattern. I really like how Hannah and I did a pretty busy or full pattern here. So, but you know, when you have two people working on a project, I don't know, I think it comes out better. Teamwork, right? So the verbena is what I use to fill in my gaps here, and I had a little bit of phlox. But you all know how much I love purple, so I really like the pop of purple. And now Hannah and I each have a piece of fabric to work with when we're doing our winter crafts together. So the final stage of this is bringing it inside, and you're going to put your piece of cardboard on your ironing board, and you're going to flip it over so you're pounded side down. And then you're going to put your iron on the lowest setting, and you're going to give it a good iron, a good press, and that's going to set your pattern. So I have read that these really don't do well when they go through the wash. I may snip off a little piece and give it a try, run it through the washer, because if you do have, you know, some napkins that you made or even an apron that you've made, you of course might want to put it through the laundry. So always do a little test spot first. So that's it for today. I really enjoyed doing this project. I love preserving flowers in any way that I can and getting the most out of them. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you liked it, please go ahead and tap like and hit subscribe. We have lots more gardening videos coming your way.